grow up and put on her suits and try to change the world.
Hello, how are you? So today's video is a little off my normal content. We are doing an acrylic speed paint. Basically, I had a character that was a skull wearing a top hat, and I needed to practice this character because I'm using him for an upcoming project that you will see in about a week and a half that I'm very excited about. But I wanted to try him out because it's been a while since I've done detailed acrylic paint. And so yeah, I have painted one other skull before, but it was a side profile and it was honestly easier, and I feel like came out a little more like accurate looking. But I do like how this one came out, and it was my practice run, so we are good to go for the real deal. But yeah, I really like this piece. Basically, I did a purple what is the word I'm looking for? Gradient. There we go. A purple gradient background, and then I started blocking out some white for where I wanted the skull to be, because I wanted him directly in the middle, front and center of my banner. As you can see, I'm like sitting directly in front of the camera, so I am sorry about that. I do kind of fix that later on, but I'm also just kind of in this video, so sorry about that. I had some reference photos that I was looking for. I had like 3 different ones. Some of them were normal, like real skulls, and some were drawings or images. And yes, so I blocked out those jawbones early on, and you can see this shape is like not it, but I was really just trying to get a layer of white down so that I could get you know, a nice base for all of the rest of the painting. So yeah, I changed the shape a lot, and one thing about me being an amateur is like I don't have formal training in acrylic paint, and so most of it's trial and error of me just constantly looking at reference photos and then also just painting over stuff, which is why I like acrylic paint, because I can just redo it as much as I want within reason. And so yeah, you'll see a lot of this video is just me doing something and then covering it. But I had a lot of camera trouble today. It was very frustrating, and I've had other speed bumps, like some issues with my room that I'm at and like stuff like that, and just little speed bumps. And so it's been rough, you guys. This video is being posted very late, so I am sorry about that. But that is because my camera and / SD cards decided to completely not work halfway through this video. So long story short, I couldn't use my camera for the rest of the video after a while, you'll see later on. And so basically what happened is I couldn't have a top-down view because my phone, I couldn't like have a top-down view of my phone, which is honestly really sad because those last detail bits were my favorite part, obviously, that I wanted to show you guys. But we make do in this household, right? Guys, I am trying to stay positive. I have 1 week left of quarantine until I start school, and I will be videotaping all of that. And yeah, I'm excited, but it's been daunting. There are amazing videos that I'm excited about coming soon. I know I keep saying that, but that's because everything's been getting pushed back from all of these quote-unquote speed bumps that I've been talking about. But yeah, anyway, I blocked out where the teeth were gonna go, which, as you can see, is rough. I definitely go in and fix that later, don't you worry. I also blocked in the nose. Basically, I blocked in all of those dark areas, so you can see my reference photo has those really nice dark areas, so I was doing that. My eye sockets look horrifying in that last clip, but here we are. Again, I had camera trouble, so the clip got not here. Anyway, I put a bunch of shading down, but it's super blotchy, and that's because it's just kind of for me, and I went over it again. But I'm working on the hat now. Here's the brim. When I first did the hat, I made it way too small for his head. As you can see, like, look, his skull is out in that top left corner. Anyway, so I made the hat, and then I ended up making it bigger, and I really like how the hat came out at the end. But in this clip, I feel like it looks like a pilgrim hat, and yeah, so I fix it later, and it looks like an actual top hat. But anyway, so yeah, I was just doing all that stuff. You can see I'm putting white where the highlights are and all that. So back to what I was saying about quarantine and stuff. I am going to film a quarantine day in the life, and I think I'm going to do that this week. So you guys should see that next video. Actually, I should be posting that on Sunday. And that's just because I've been, my schedule this week and for the past week have been drastically different than they will look when I start school. And so I just wanted to kind of document that because I've been doing a lot of low-key stuff that I think you guys might be interested in. Maybe not. I don't know. But yes. So comment down below, again, any content you guys want to see, or if you have tips for me for my painting, because I will take any help I can get. In here I'm just doing more details with my black, which I really ended up going over earlier, so there's that. But I'm going in with those weird little jaw area, and the teeth. I love painting teeth, not because I'm good at that, because I'm really not. I just like doing it. I think it's fun to paint the teeth, so yeah. But anyway, I really like how this whole piece turned out. It's very like cartoony, poppy, which is good because I feel like for a banner type thing, you want them to be bold and not too much like different things happening. I really wish you guys could have seen the detail work because I worked so hard. I worked for so many hours, but basically I did some lettering over, which you'll see later. I did lettering around him with I wrote "Circus is forever" because I thought that was hilarious because he's dead, right? But I wanted to go for that kind of neon sign font that is gaining popularity right now. Like I feel like it's blowing up to do those like neon looking paintings, like neon sign looking paintings. And so that's what I went for. You'll see that later. But right now I was just blocking out more of those shadowy areas. I used black and then I ended up covering it later because it was too dark. But yeah, he's looking a little weird right now. The his right side of his head, so what we see as the left, is super lopsided in this, and my camera cut out, and so you don't see the part that I'm about to tell you about. But anyway, I basically made it more round. So I made that left side more round, and that really helped give him a little bit more symmetry. And obviously he's a skull, and skulls have so many non-symmetrical things and like flaws in them, which is great, which is why I like doing them. So at least my mistakes could potentially be seen as not mistakes, which is always nice. But yeah, I did the top hat, and you can see I did a little bit of that purple highlight, and I did do that in the finished version. That was just very sloppy, like blocking out, the way I have to paint is like just do it and then keep refining it for hours until you get something that you are okay with. So that's where we are right now. But yeah, I got on my handstand canes for the first time in a while yesterday and today, and I got back into training. I've been running every morning, just trying to get back in shape before school starts because I know it's going to be really rough, but I think that the whole world is we're all having a really hard time right now, but I want to urge everybody to just stay positive because ultimately we can all agree that things are horrible, but that's not going to help. And even though you could argue that nothing will help, at least trying is better than not trying, because if we're doomed, we'll be doomed happily. So yeah, that's what I've been trying to do, is just keep making positive changes and doing my best to stay educated and healthy and all that fun stuff. As you can see, our wonderful skeleton friend has huge bags under his eyes, but we cover those up because it didn't look right. It did add a little bit of dimension because you can see that it is still darker than the rest of his face, which I like. That sunken in look. Obviously he's a skeleton, so he needs all of that sunken in look. But yes, if this guy who is obviously dead can have a wonderful time in his top hat and be a fabulous circus icon, then we can all get up and wear our masks and do our best, right? I hope you guys are okay with this video because I know it's not what I normally post, but honestly, what do we even know what I normally post? I've posted nothing that's like similar in weeks. I've been posting really random stuff, which is just because sometimes things don't go according to plan and you have to roll with them. Anyway, what is this? I'm like being a motivational speaker today, but also like a depressed motivational speaker. Is that a thing? Because I would do that. Like just someone who's depressed who's just urging other people to not be depressed through motivational speaking. Anyway, so yeah, as you can see, we're here now. The next clip is like almost finished. It's not finished, but it's like almost there, so I'll explain. This is where my camera cut out. But you can see a little bit of me fixing the top hat. And then boom, top hat is pretty much fixed, and I have blocked out letters. So see, I did vertical Circus, and then horizontal is, and then vertical forever. Basically, I just blocked them out with an acrylic paint marker, and then I went in and, with the same acrylic paint marker and made them thicker. Shout out to my brother, because I stole these paint markers from him, so thanks for that. And then after I did that, you'll see it's done. Wow! I went with some white acrylic paint and I outlined the skull, and I put that white in the middle of the letters to make them have more of a neon effect. I went in and just cleaned up the hat and cleaned up all my lines, and here we are. I really like it. You can see where I did that white and that purple in the middle. You can see I was trying to move it so the glare wouldn't show that. But yeah, guys, I really like it, and I hope you guys like it too. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you on Sunday.
This little daisy